Yes, I can light the whole universe. I am different, I am purpose, I am brilliant. Yes, I feel it.
Okay, so I have some thoughts that I want to share them with you. And so this is sort of like a ramble video, but not really. So give me a second. Okay, so as we are into we're in 2019, and everybody's doing these things, and there's, you know, the low buys and the no buys and everything, and the project planners and everything in the YouTube beauty sphere. I just wanted to throw out some thoughts that I have in reference to all of this that's going on. So, you know, let's just talk about a vibe on it. Okay, so let me say this once and for all. I don't have a problem with low buys and no buys. It is up to you. Like I always tell people, it's your money, it's your life. Do what you need to do. If this is something that you really want to do, go ahead. Not a problem with it. No, nothing. I am not here to like rain on anybody's parade. Here's what I'm going to say for me personally, and I want to put this out here, is that the only thing I say is don't stress this out and don't make it a bigger deal than it needs to be, especially if you're a beauty YouTuber or anything like that, or even if you're doing it on a personal level because you find that, oh my God, I've got too much makeup, this doesn't make sense. What I'm going to say is, like, for me, I've said this before, I cannot consciously say to myself, I'm going on a low buy or a no buy, because it triggers something in my head, and then I'll be finding money to go spend more than I probably would have if I just didn't say those words. So what my approach to beauty is, and let me say, because I am a beauty YouTuber, let's just be honest, I'm on here, I talk about beauty, there is a certain amount of products that I'm going to wind up buying. Not just because I want it, but because in order to keep my channel robust and share things. Yes, I have a lot I could share with you right now. Don't get me wrong. But hey, we like the shiny new things too. And some of them I want to get. However, what I'm saying to myself, and maybe this might be a way to approach makeup buying and beauty product buying, is to become a more thoughtful consumer. You don't necessarily have to say I'm going on a low buy or a no buy or create all these rules for yourself. But how about let's become more thoughtful consumers. Let's think about, do I really need it? And I know we hear this all the time. Check your stash. Do you really have it? But how often do we do it? And I can say this in all honesty, that I don't necessarily do that. I look at it, something looks pretty to me, I'll be like, ooh, it looks pretty, I want it, let me get it. But let me just give you an example of me working through a thoughtful consumer moment. Okay, so ColourPop, you know, has been coming out with stuff all the time. There's a palette called Sweet Nothings. I'm going to put it right here. And it is in my colors. It's pinky, rosy, you know, purpley and all this stuff. And I actually saw it at Ulta and almost picked it up. But at the day I said, no, put it away. Well, ColourPop's having all these sales, right? They've been having sales and they've been throwing out products. So they having a sale, and I was looking, I was like, well, you know, I could get it now. And then ColourPop came back and said, oh, but if you spend $50, we're going to give you this Chasing Rainbows. And I said, well, what? Let me find $50 worth of stuff I want, right? And I definitely want this Sweet Nothings palette. And then I stopped myself and I really looked at this palette right here, right? And I said, hold up, before you do this, let's just be real with ourselves. Let's just take a moment before we do this. And the reason why I had to do that is because looking at this palette, I had to think about, what do I have from ColourPop? Because I had already just gotten a couple of ColourPop palettes, a few ColourPop palettes just recently. So let's just go through some of them. I got this one, the Pretty Much one, right here. Okay, so we're getting some of the colors we want. Then I got the Give It To Me Straight palette right here. More of the color scheme. Then I have the Fortune palette right here. In case I was missing something out of there, I got it right there. And after all that's being said, I have the Ooh La La palette. I don't need to buy that. And so once I looked at that, I said, okay, get that palette out your cart. Get it out. You do not need it. You have more. All you're going to be doing is getting similar colors to the ones you already have from ColourPop. We ain't even talking about my Venus palettes, the 3, the XL, and the Rose Gold that are in this color scheme too. We didn't even talk about that. We're just talking about these right here, the ColourPop ones. And so I had to pull back, and then I was like, and then I was still saying, well, let me find $50. But it was like, but do you really want this Chasing Rainbows? You weren't even thinking about this palette. It wasn't even on your radar. You had seen it when it first came out. I was like, yeah, whatever. And honestly, I'm sure I have those colors all over the place. But I wasn't even thinking about it till it became a free palette, which wasn't going to be free. No, because I was going to spend more money than I intended to get the free palette. So I pulled back. I bought the thing. I ordered the things I want. Yes, I ordered some stuff, but I didn't force myself to hit that $50 just to get a free palette. I got what I wanted and I got out. And that was a moment. And I know sometimes we don't think of those moments, but those are moments for us because we, thinking it through and putting some thought in it stopped me from spending some extra money, buying something that I really didn't need. And because of my need to get that free palette. So, and get that palette that was so pretty to me. So pretty, but look like the rest of these palettes right here. So what I want to say is, think about becoming a thoughtful consumer. It's not about just going out there and getting rid of things and saying, if that's not who you are, that's not who you are. That's not who I am. But at least I can put more thought in my purchases before I do. And also, let's be more thoughtful so these companies will slow down with putting out all this product. And the prices will go down because if we are more thoughtful, if we're not running out there, they're going to go on sale for us. So that's a win-win for everybody. So let me just say this, you low buy and no buy people, thanks a lot, because when y'all do that, the market has to go down to what the market will bear. And if we stop buying as much, the ones who are still purchasing, and we are not so quick to go out and buy the very first time it goes out, we make them think, we sit back and wait a minute and then wait till it goes on sale or they have a sale on those sites, then we are winning even though we are consuming. So give me your thoughts on how your buying strategies are when it comes to, purchasing beauty, beauty products and things like that. Let me know what your buying strategies are. Are you thinking about changing the way you buy things? Has it become a problem? Because sometimes it is a problem, and we have to be honest with ourselves and say, yeah, I need to slow down. So let me know how you handle your purchasing, your buying strategies. I would love to hear about it. All right. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. As always, leave a comment or two, like I said. And if you're new, go and hit that subscribe button on the way out. We'll appreciate it. I promise you, I just don't understand what's going on right here. All right. So it's your Lulu. Be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free. Something's going on right here with my eyes. It's very, I don't know what's going on. Oh, I know what it is. My concealer done gone away. All right. Talk to y'all later.
Never stop, never give it up. Never stop, never give it up. Never stop, never give it up.